Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you about emotions as tantruming toddlers. I have two super young kids. One's 3, this beautiful baby is 1, and they have emotions that come out whether we want them to or not, and usually, especially when we don't want them to. But they always want to tell us something. And when I explain emotions to my clients, I usually put it in the realms of tantruming toddlers. Now, typically, we have a few different ways in which we can process emotion or allow ourselves to experience emotion. Now, the first one is suppression, which is typically what a lot of people do. They shut down their so-called negative emotions and they put them somewhere really deep and they say, no, 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 I can't have you. There's something wrong with you. I can't do that. I can't feel you. I can't go into that place. But here's the thing. If you did that to your tantruming toddler, what's going to happen? Right? You're probably going to suppress the crap out of that poor child, and eventually it's going to burst forth in the supermarket or somewhere completely inappropriate and show you anyway. All right. So that's one way in which we can process emotions through suppression. Another one is by cuddling it. We cuddle out our toddlers sometime when they're feeling big emotions, but it's also another way of shutting it down. Right. So we're kind of so-called loving them through it, but actually what we're trying to do is shut down their expression. Now, I'm not suggesting we should let them roll over on the floor in Woolies, even though that's, potentially a little bit unavoidable at times. But when we hug our kids into a place of loving ourselves through it, then it's going to be really hard for them to express themselves appropriately. And the way that we would do that as an adult is to just skip over the emotion and go into like a positive quote or a positive outcome or a nicety or something where we're trying to actually bring ourselves into a positive state, not through processing our emotion, but through bypassing, right? And every time we bypass, what we're also doing is shutting our emotions down and we're not allowing ourselves to process properly. So the third way we can deal with that with toddlers is to actually hold space for them. We can sit with them. We can have a welcoming, loving space for them so they can feel heard, they can feel seen, and they can move through their feelings. Now, if we do this well, they don't need very long. They usually need a few minutes. They're done, and then we can hold space for them. Oui, c'est vrai. Oui, oui. So if we give them an opportunity to express, to feel, and we hold a loving space for them, we listen to what they have to say, and then basically it's done. They've forgotten about it a couple of minutes later and they move on like nothing's happened. And our emotions are exactly the same. If we give ourselves a moment to slow down, to feel the feelings without diving really deeply into the feeling, we just listen to what it has to say to us. We give it the time of day to have its expression through our bodies, then it's done. The emotion doesn't need to speak to us anymore and we can move on. So have a bit of a play with that, the suppression, the bypassing, or the feeling, and see whether it corresponds to any toddlers that you might know. Hi, Bubba. Have a great day.